My name is Matteo, I'm 22 years old and I made the video game Pedal Pedal Pedal. The game is a co-op pedal rage game, so you sit in a pedal boat together with a friend and you have to pedal through a super hard parkour like OnlyUp, chain together and carry the glass. The game has 8 to 10 hours of gameplay. The demo was really positive on Steam with 306 very positive reviews right now and over 70,000 downloads, so it was a really big success for me, the demo. And today the full game will come out for I think 3 or 4 euros. In this video I want to talk a bit about the development and I also want to share a bit of the insights of how the game looks in Unity and how I made the whole steps and stuff like that. But first of all, you can see the trailer right now, and as you can see the gameplay is really challenging and really funny. So the game was a really spontaneous idea I had under the shower. So I was taking a shower in March. I do this every day, but I took a shower in March like every day and decided to, why not just make a small funny prototype today where you pedal with a friend in a pedal boat, so a co-op pedal mechanic. And then I had the idea, because I loved the game Chain Together and I played a lot with my friend, so I thought, why not combining this physics-based co-op pedaling mechanic with this super hard parkour gameplay from OnlyUp, Chain Together and Carry the Glass. So I made it and it got really popular on Twitter, TikTok, so the game did really good, the prototype, and I decided to turn it into a full game. And now 4 months later I'm here and I will release this game on Steam today. In 5 hours at 3 p.m. CEST, so Central European Summertime, so in 5 hours, and when this video is out the game will be out too. Okay, so I will just quickly go over everything. So, I really want to show you some early gameplay right now, because I have prepared something. And this video will be uncut, as my other videos, because it's just my type. I'm honest and I don't want to cut any mistakes out, and I just want to keep it like that. So here you can see some gameplay from the first day of development. This was my prototype I made in I think 4 or 5 hours. And back then it was only a single player game, because I couldn't only implement single player in one day. I made this character really quick, I made a pedal. Back then I downloaded a pedal boat model from I think TurboSquid, and I just made some really thin path with my old water shader from Marky's Adventure, my previous game. And as you can see there are cubes, it's basically a prototype just to make the pedal mechanic stand out. Okay, now I can show you how this was developed over the whole week, because in this video here you can already see how the game looked like when it was I think 3 days of development. And as you can see the game is really rough right now. I replaced I made the poison on the ground to make some danger that you don't want to fall into. I made a tutorial text because back then I had people tested already, and I implemented a second player and some swinging mazes. Back then I also had shadows. Right now there are only fake shadows in the game. I had some beach balls that I took from Marky's Adventure as well, and it's really rough. Okay, now maybe we can see, maybe do I have it? Let me maybe try out this one. How does this? Yeah, this one already had this cartoony aesthetic, because I decided really quickly to swap the whole game aesthetic to go for more like a cartoony, more like a mobile game or Human Fall Flat, and it looks more colorful now and I think more pleasant for the eyes than the other ones, because this semi-realistic stuff is not my type of game. I'm more like the cartoony guy who makes cartoony and beautiful games, like really cartoony and like a comic with the outline effect. I also replaced the models. I made my own one. They are like 2 bold guys with big eyes, because the whole game should be really fun and there should be a fun thing behind it. So I also had this boost fields that I took from my racing game, Ultimate Indie Racing. I had this lava and also this other models in the environments that I all took from Marky's Adventure. So it is a really big asset flip, but from my own games, because I could, and now you can see how the guys look like. But you can see here, almost every model is taken from my previous game, Marky's Adventure, like the lava shader, the clouds, the stone ring here, the stone wall. I think also the maze here was in Marky's Adventure as well. and yeah, it was a really quick prototyping phase back then. But okay, now maybe I want to dive into the engine because I want to show you how the whole game works. And as you can see right now, this is a whole big level from the main game, and it's a really big level, and I will quickly just adjust my camera a bit. Let me quickly, yeah, maybe like that, and you can see more of the gameplay. And this is a start area here, and as you can imagine, I built everything by hand because it's like a pre-built parkour level, and there's nothing generated, so everything is built block by block. And I also made some bridges in Blender and some tree models. This is also taken from Marcus Adventure, and these are modular ground pieces. So they're just taken and placed everywhere, and they have a really good seamless transition, so you cannot really see where the next one starts because I try to hide them with stones. And for example, now you cannot really see from the player perspective that they are separate objects because the textures really are really good at blending. And also I made some motorboat, I made some wooden bridge here, and then you can see the whole game is really difficult and the parkour is difficult, and we have spinning blocks right here too, for example, and it's all just modular pieces that I had to make one time, and then I just copy and pasted them to build out the whole environment. And the game starts in this park environment here. You can have different paths to go into because on this path there's a reward that you can collect, but it's a really difficult path. So you have decisions to make, you have mini-games on the whole game, for example. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but I will just go into the next mini-game here. Because right here is, for example, a water jet, where you have some steering controls, where you have to avoid these thorns here. But yeah, I think that's it from the things I want to show right now. I just want to show you that the whole game contains chunks. So there's systems that are built that seamlessly can load the chunks in and out. As you can see right here, this one is a park chunk, which is really big, but I can just deactivate it to not have the polygons rendered and the whole logic running. Because the game has 40 checkpoints, and when you reach a checkpoint, there's an invisible wall. So even if you don't have checkpoints on, you will enter this wall that has the biome change or chunk change trigger. And when you, for example, enter the checkpoint right here to the caves, then the whole object checks which checkpoint you are in. And if you reach this checkpoint, the whole park environment can be deactivated, and the pipes can be activated. So it's like a really cool dynamic chunk loading system that I built that is really performance friendly, and it's a really good system, and I'm happy that I decided to go for chunks, because without chunks, having the whole map rendered, it really lagged a lot, because the game is huge. So it's like the demo was 1 hour of gameplay and the full game is 11 times the size, so I think 8 to 10 hours maybe of gameplay, suffer and pain. And I hope that you will enjoy it, even though it can destroy friendships. And maybe I can show you some reviews, because I'm really happy about the reviews on the Steam demo, which you can play for free. Like, for example, I really hope this game will be either free or just $3, and it will be $3 on launch week, so I can make him happy here, because it's amazing. And the whole, like, you can see that rage games are really popular on Steam, and really something that you have to look into, because it's, for me it was way easier to make than my 2D platformer game that I will also show you in a second, because I want to also talk about my previous project and what I learned on this journey. But I also don't want to talk too much, and I have to look at the time, because I'm already talking for 10 minutes, and I also prepared a recording session with the voice actor, with Dr. Kendo, that you will see in the end of the video. But as you can see, I'm really happy about the reviews right now, and I really hope that you will enjoy the game. I put 4 months of development into it, and I'm really happy how it turned out. For real, I'm really happy. And my game really made it onto the Steam front page, which is really amazing for me. When you go to the popular upcoming section, I'm the third game here with Pedal, which is just amazing. It was my big dream to get onto this front page for one game in my life, but now it's the second game that I will release, and it's on the front page, and it has over 10,000 wish lists. It's really amazing. It made, I think, 700 wish lists just yesterday, so it's really a huge milestone for a solo developer. And also I'm a student, so I do not live from game development. It's just my hobby right now, but I want to make a full-time living out of it, and I want to go full-time after graduating. So everything I build right now will help me in the later time. And yeah, it's really amazing to have a game on the front page, and you can see the impact. You can see the wishlist spike. You can see that more streamers play it, and I just want to say thank you for this journey. I made 3 videos, I think, right now, and I will also make a post-mortem video in the future where I talk about the launch and how it went. Because I don't really know, it can be a fail, it can be a huge success, because it's like this rage game, you know? This type of rage game, which are really popular right now, because it's like a streamer RageBait game, if you know what I mean. And I will hide 3 Steam keys in this video, so if you are lucky you can collect a Steam key and get the game for free. If not, please just consider buying it, because it's like $3 for the launch week, so it's like a coffee from the price. And you can get 10 hours of gameplay out of it. You can collect achievements, leaderboards, you can have stats and stuff like that, so everything that a game requires and needs. And thank you for watching right now. I want to end my part here, and I will dive into the recording session with Dr. Kendall right now, and we talk about the development too. We talk about his difficulties recording the voice lines for this game, because he made the voice lines of the trailer, he made the voice lines of the in-game voice, he made the in-game voice, and he's a really cool dude, and I'm happy that I could work with him. And you can see the recording session right now. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Hello everyone, my name is Matteo, and I'm the developer of Pedal Pedal Pedal. Today, in this quick playthrough, test through, and quick chat, I want to talk with Dr. Kendo, who made the voice lines of the game. He voiced the trailer, he voiced the in-game voice lines, and he was a big part of the journey.
Yes, I am happy to be here, man. Thank you so much for having me, and great work.
Thank you for being part of the journey. As I said, it was a really amazing adventure right now, and I think your voice lines really helps the game stand out more and be more silly in the good way, you know?
Well, thank you, thank you. I think there's a mixture here, and we're probably going to get into this a little bit when we talk about it, but there is a mixture where I do want to add to the game, but I don't want to take over the game, right? You know, so I have to kind of fall in line with what the mood is of paddle, 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 and I think you and I have found it. You know, we're a good team.
Yeah, I think so. And I also think that the game wouldn't be as funny without the voice lines, and I think we could just start in, and maybe you can hear the voice lines then too, and we talk a bit about the process, about how we met each other. I think it's also a cool part to explain here. And I will just quickly make a room, because in this video I also want to show you how you can play with friends. Maybe if you don't know it, you just press on start, you go on online, then you have to choose a region, because we have to choose the same region to play. I will go with USA right now and make a room.
Yeah.
And then we created a room. I can show the code and then copy the code, and then I can quickly just tell you the code, because I don't want to open Discord right now, because I don't know if it's in the screen, you know. Okay, 927.
Let me enter room code. Okay, 9 2. Why is it not showing up? Whoops. Okay, there it was. Sorry, I'm fumbling here. 927. Okay, I've got it.
843.
843.
45.
45.
Okay, then.
And of course.
Yeah.
Okay, join room. Forgot I had to click join, but it looks like we are connecting now.
Perfect.
So we are here.
Okay, now since we are both in the room, I can just quickly press start, and then we go with the main level, because we want to play a bit of the main game right now. There's a free demo to get on Steam if you want to try the game before buying it, because if you see this video, the game is already out. You can just buy it for, I think, 3 or 4 euros, so you can just try it out for free, the demo, and then you can dive into the main game. And I think we should be ready to go. And here was the first voice line that you could hear.
Yes. So I remember that. And that was like the first thing that I voiced for you was the trailer, I think. I don't think you had asked me to do the paddle guys yet.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the trailer. I think you're right there. Because the trailer was really early in development. I had to make it in the first 2 weeks of development, and maybe we can just play a bit without talking because that's like the best way to play the game. I think, just like
Yes.
just through the feeling, through the connection.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was gonna say. Is that if you and I are talking, we probably will mess up a bit, focusing on other things.
Okay, so here a bit of an introduction to the game. You can pedal with A, and you can rotate the camera with LB or RB on the controller, or with Q and E on the keyboard, and you can also change the key bindings in the setting. It's all possible. You can do it how you want to do it. But yeah, we can just continue with our story. Because I had to make the game was planned to be developed in 1 month, so I wanted to make the trailer in the first week of development. And then I think you reached out to me and asked if I need some voice acting. Was it like that?
Yes, you were actually working on another project that I had helped you with a voice for a trailer, and that's how we knew each other, right? Is I had just seen that on my Twitter, so it's through Twitter that we found each other. And so yeah, that's how I just said, hey, gave you the eye emojis and said, you want a voice for this?
It was the indie racing game, right? Now I remember.
Yes.
I had forgot it right now that I still make this game.
Yeah, your mind has probably been focused on this, right?
Okay, let's go.
There we go.
That's perfect.
Good job. All right.
I want to go to the first checkpoint at least,
Yeah, before we really get into it.
Okay, that was a bit
sorry,
too much.
that was my fault.
No worries.
Right.
The game is about failing, but we don't do the rage stuff today because we want to talk.
Yes. I also am trying to stay out of your way, but at the same time pull my weight, so I'm nervous playing with the developer.
No worries, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was making this indie racing game. It's like Mario Kart, but with indie game characters. And I think you reached out to me, and I was like, I love your voice, and why not just collaborate on the project? And it's a shame that I didn't continue with the game at that point because it went pretty viral at that time. But I had this a different idea for this pedal game, I think, a bit later, and it's me and projects,
It's the curse of having too many good ideas, but hey, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I think making more smaller games is a better idea, especially if you're a solo developer. So I want to focus more on the small game ideas with like a really good hook that people like get right away with multiplayer paddling game here right now. It's like you can explain the whole game in one sentence, and with like Rogue Jungle, for example, my other game, it's like you need three paragraphs to explain it, and it's But yeah, then you reached out to me, and I was like, man, I love your voice. Why not work together and let's go? Oh my god, that was close. And then we will definitely make the game happen, the racing game, but after pedal, definitely. So let me quickly count. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god. Okay.
Nice work. Oops.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice job.
Wow. Oh my god. It's
just by the skin of our teeth, ladies and gentlemen.
It's goosebumps. Okay.
So
oh my
if you were to
god.
go to the right, you would see that, right? I'm rotating my camera.
I also rotated it so they could see it. But yeah, we don't take the right path. We don't.
Yes.
We don't. We want to show a bit more of the game and not a bit more of us failing and dying to the spikes,
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, this was close. Okay,
Good
let's
job.
be more centered here and then go.
Okay. Nice job.
Okay,
nice job.
I think we can do it.
You're doing good, man. Okay.
Oh my god, I made this game and I regretted to play it, to be honest.
No.
Don't regret,
we're doing fine.
It's really, I have goosebumps when I'm close to the spikes, Okay.
Do you want to?
We have to go a bit closer. You see the distance? It's
Okay.
too far away. And 3, 2, 1, go.
There you go.
That was pretty
Great
good.
job. That was good. I'm trying to intuit.
Now
you
go.
a little bit.
Go.
go, go, go. Nice. Wonderful job.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
It's more like a feeling, you know, when you feel that you can make it, then you have to go directly. You shouldn't wait, you just have to go. I have the feeling that if we wait one last time and now go.
See, there you go. It tests people's
Let me-
friendships, like you said. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say it tests people's friendship, and then we just mess it up.
Holy shit. Oh
I was
my
going to say, though, yeah, it really does feel nice when you can intuit somebody that you know pretty well, you know, me and my best friend, let's say, or if I played this with my wife or something, like if you can kind of intuit what the other person's going to do, that's when you just feel so good when you accomplish something.
It's people said that they lost their marriage. I hope that it was a joke, but I saw that one video where one dude literally destroyed his keyboard and screen. So it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no.
I
And
think
they
you
only
tweeted
played
that
the
one.
demo. They only played the demo. You know.
Well, hey, listen, this will also help people who might need some counseling as well.
Oh,
It'll
eh.
egg them out.
It's like Chain Together, you know. But Chain Together is
Yeah.
not that hard, I think. Chain Together is more like the consistency of difficulty. But in this game, it's like every obstacle is like difficult. But in Chain Together, it's more like you don't have any checkpoints, I think, in normal mode. So you just have to survive everything.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
I think also 10-hour long level or 15-hour long level. So yeah, it's pretty hard. Okay, now we go. I think now we are pros. We can just go and skip this here, you know. We can just
Okay.
go.
There we go.
Now
Nice.
just go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Stop.
I thought it was dumb. My bad. Okay, but let's talk a bit more about the voice acting. So you reached out
Yes,
to me
okay.
with the Indie Racer game, and then later you saw that I made this pedal game, and then we thought, why not just make the announcement voice and your voice in general into the game, you know? And
Yeah.
maybe you want to talk a bit more now because you're the voice actor. I don't want to steal your camera time, so you just talk about your emotions, talk about your journey making the voice lines, and I just play a bit with you, you know?
Okay, all right. Well, you get to rest easy now. I will try not to talk too long. You know, we both don't want to steal each other's camera time here, but
No
I
worries.
think a big thing about it is that, like I said before, is that I really did want to match Paddle's energy from what I could visually see, right? So you gave me some visuals, and you obviously had, you know, tweeted your footage and development up until that point. And so I don't want to take over the game, though. So it's like I want to add, not, you know, completely take it over. So what that means is, like, yes, give it its due, give it all my energy and whatnot, but I just didn't want to be too pompous. But the, you know, lines you kept sending me were definitely, they're sort of out of character of my real personality. My real personality is very sensitive and kind, and so when you have an announcer that's kind of making fun of you, that is typically outside of my true characteristic. But when you're voice acting, you can be anything, right? You can be a big, huge ogre. You can be something that's completely not you. And so I've just noticed in my whole life, I've always voiced sort of unsavory characters, let's call it, or completely dumb characters. And that brings me to Paddle Guy number 1, Paddle Guy number 2. Oh, I don't know if they have names, actually. They're just Paddle Guy, right?
No, they don't have any names, but people
Yep.
compare them to SpongeBob, so I don't want to. My plan was to call one of them Bob, but I think it would be too
And then
obvious.
Pat. Yeah, Pat and Bob.
Yeah, maybe,
Because yes,
maybe.
that's something that I was thinking about talking about, is that noticing the comments on people with my voice is usually they think it's awesome. You know, obviously they don't like getting poked and prodded by the announcer type who's like, oh, you know, sorry. Like, I just had to kind of do that. And they don't like being poked and prodded probably by that. So usually you just set the voice lines to once. You know, because if you keep dying, you're going to hear, like, beep, boop, back to the start, you know, over and over again. So
Oh,
that's
I
mostly
love
just
it.
me. Yeah, that's mostly just me being my real voice, but animated, right? Like, so, you know, I'm talking to you right now. My voice is kind of deep, typically, but I'm just more animated as the announcer. But then, yes, now we'll get to the Paddle Guys, is they were essentially very dumb versions of a Patrick and SpongeBob, but let's start off with the guy in the blue shirt. That's what people said sounds like Patrick. It's very Patrick Warburton. I just thought it's really like peak comedy if you voice some character who people know what's about to happen to them before it actually happens to them. Like, the audience knows more than the like actual character. And so that was a very like thing you see in like The Simpsons and Futurama. Some of the funniest cartoons and stuff is like what's gonna happen to Philip J. Fry in Futurama before it actually happens to him, for example. And so I just thought, let's voice it in that way. So Patrick is already kind of dumb, I get that, but like I gotta tell you, Mateo, I don't mean again to take up too much of your time with my talking, but what I think is so funny is you told me your directions for the paddle guys were essentially, okay, I need a bunch of like surprised paddle sound, hitting obstacles, right? And so you gave me kind of those guidelines. And so I did have a lot of freedom, but it did, at least tell me this is what we need. And so to me, nothing is funnier kind of when they hit the obstacles and say like, duh, like that. Because if you add that D at the beginning, is still funny, but is like really dumb funny. So I think just adding that D, so they both kind of say a, like that, like now we're talking about the SpongeBob guy in the green. He sort of has that, a lot of people, I see streamers impersonating that all the time. And it's, again, much funnier to me than like, which is still kind of funny, but adding in that duh, like makes it dumb and funny. So that was really what I was thinking. The green guy, yes, SpongeBob a little bit, but also like Waluigi, just kind of nerdy, hapless character. So yeah, very dumb, very hapless for both of them. Do you think we nailed it? Do you think that's about right?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Like, just from watching the YouTube videos and seeing the people's reaction is like, I think they really get the vibes that you want to get out to the people, when you made the voice lines, I think, the voice of the game. Because with, like, I only sent you my text for the more general voice lines, like, oh, what a beautiful day, I sent you this text file, but all this, like, expression sound effects and this event sound effect, which happens suddenly when you have an action, that was like more your idea, right? I think I didn't send you the boing and doing, and you just made a pretty good job choosing what to say there. I really think that.
Well, I appreciate that, and what you said about creators, players that have played the demo so far. Let's say, if they feel that this fits, then that's what we wanted. And that's what I was talking about in the principle of I wanted to make sure that I add to the game, not and just get out of the game's way after that, right? That's what we want, is we want it to feel seamless. It just happens. Like, it's not, this voice is too overpowering, this voice is not fitting. So yeah, when it fits, that's what we're aiming for. And I think that's sometimes there's a certain magic, right? So, and that's where you and me make a good team, is that I think we work well together. We are countries apart, yet you just text me something on Twitter, I kind of see your visuals, I see your vision, and I try to run with it as best as I can for you. And you're very graceful to me, so like it goes both ways. And I just, I appreciate working with you so much.
I can only give it back to you. It's really, like, when I sent you, I think it's my fault. I was really delayed because I had, like, the game was really giving me some headache because of some networking problems. So I was, like, putting the voice lines as a more far away priority to care about to take care about when I have this network problem solved. So it was more like I will just send you the stuff when I'm done with the game breaking part,
Yeah.
So I think I sent you the text 3 days ago or stuff like that, and you sent it back to me 2 days ago. Like, I think a few hours later, and it's like I was really amazed because I was feeling really bad because you have so less time to work on it, and you just made it all in like a few hours happened. It's pretty amazing to have you in the team. To have you in the pedal boat.
Well, I thank you so much. That's very sweet, and that's what I aim for. Is it's like if you need me to do the voices, I would actually prefer that you kind of put that to the side, because I did know that I can get them out quickly if it's a good day. So I am a parent, I'm a content creator, I've got all that stuff that adults have and whatnot. But I know that once I have it, I know what my days are to like sit down and do it, how long it's going to take me approximately. So I kind of think of you and me as, you know, a team that works at sonic speed sometimes, because remember when your line was, I developed this game in 2 weeks when we had the demo, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a 2-week project, and so I like to say, you know, he did it in 2 weeks. I did it in 2 hours for the voice because I had less work to do than you. But yeah, so it's like the number 2 was very important to us, right? But we work at quick speed.
Yeah. I'm like, I made the whole demo in 2 weeks, happened, and it was a really fever dream, to be honest, because it turned like to get back to the whole game idea, maybe to get a bit more to the deeper past, you know. This whole game idea was based on the idea that I had under the shower. So it was like I wanted to get my other game, Rogue Jungle and Indie Racer, out this year, and didn't want to get another game in the pipeline. But then I had this idea because I went on a paddle trip with my brother in our vacation. We went paddling or in a paddle boat, and we didn't quite made it. So I thought about why not turn this whole paddle experience into a multiplayer co-op game, because paddling is hard, because you have to coordinate, you have to talk to each other, you have to have teamwork, and these games like Carry the Glass, Chain Together, and OnlyUp are blowing up right now, and people make a lot of people happy with these games and angry with these games, and I was like, after the not failed, but from my perspective, failed launch, if you compare it to other games of Maki's Adventure, my previous game, I was more like, I want to make a game that will go viral because it's like the genre, you know. So I made this this OnlyUp inspired multiplayer game perfect for Twitch streamers, you know, and I'm pretty happy that I made it, because it's like it reached milestones that I didn't have with Maki's Adventure after years, and it's pretty amazing. So
and you know, I was going to add to what you said, if you don't mind, is just something you and I have discussed before, is the principle that this, like you said, you can discuss the idea for this game in a sentence. So an idea that is pretty simple, I compare it to a game of old called Happy Wheels, where you essentially just start and you have to get to the end without dying. Well, you know, it's a very similar principle, but like those simple kinds of games, you know, not every game needs to be on the scale of these AAA devs with billions of dollars and things like that. Players sometimes yearn for a game like this where the idea seems simple, but it's actually very, like, we can take it pretty deep, you know, and I'm sitting here telling you about the depth that went into the voices, yet it's also pretty simple. You know, we just needed to voice a dumb guy, but like I was telling you, the decision of like doi instead of oi, you know. So there's some like depth to the simplicity, but people like that simplicity sometimes of the idea.
Yes, this was something that I also want to add to my points, because this game is really simple, but it has everything, you know. It has everything that I want for my game to be released with. It has a Steam leaderboard, it has achievement, it has local co-op, multiplayer, online, single player. You can collect skins, or you have some things to collect and collectibles in the level. You have, I think, 18 skins right now. You have a DLC, we have cross promotion with other games that you will also know, because the video will be out with the game launch. So I don't spoil anything here, but we have some cross promotion with other games. We have even the publisher paid for localization for 15 voices in the game, 15 languages. So we have everything that you can have. We have Japanese, Korean, we have German, we have English, we have Chinese, we have Russian, Ukrainian, we have everything.
Wow.
And it's
very
like,
cool.
Because of the simplicity of the game mechanics, I could lean more time into this polished stuff, you know. I could make the UI pop more. I could make choose this better font. The publisher sent me these icons to use in the top, this like skull icon, the hourglass icon, and it all looks way more polished than the demo version, which was made in 2 weeks, you know. So I could make the game in 1 month, but I could use another 2 or 3 months to make the game a better game, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, because you had asked me, how does the UI look? How does it feel and everything like that? And I said, I love how smooth this is. And you were right that it like fits the vibe, you know, a little cartoony, kind of got that dumb feeling, you know. It says you right above my head, but that font looks great, you know.
Thank you.
And so I did want to ask you, if you don't mind, this might bring us to another topic of the game, but I did have a question for you, which is essentially, I kind of know the answer, but like, what was one of your biggest challenges, or still remains one of your biggest challenges for the game? Because there's some, like, definitely hard parts, like you said, it was giving you a headache,
Yeah.
you know?
For me personally, making the game was pretty easy in local multiplayer, but turning it into an online multiplayer game is like, oh my god, it's really, really hard. Because it's my first real online multiplayer game, and I used, for people who are more into the tech stuff, the game uses the Photon Fusion 2 plugin for Unity, and the people at Photon are really cool, and maybe we can make some cooperation in the future. Because if this game goes out big, then I would also like to make them, to thank them, because Photon does a lot of good stuff, and it's in the starter tier it's for free, basically. We just have to pay for more people that can play at the same time, so the CCU count, you know. So right now they give you a whole library for free to use, and they also offer crossplay, so I can play on my mobile phone with my PC game. It's pretty amazing for like an indie developer to use tools like this, because I have never made an online multiplayer game from scratch. I don't know much about netcode, and I could make this online multiplayer game work by just learning a bit about netcode and prediction stuff and stuff like that. And it is hard to learn still, and Photon does not do the whole job for you. You have to set it up, you have to write RPC calls and stuff like that. You have to turn your local game into an online game by rewriting the code a bit, but Photon takes a lot of the struggle away from you. And yeah, I think it's fair to say that Photon really helps the game a lot too. And I also think that Photon is a German company, so greetings go out to Photon, to the Photon team, and maybe we can drink a beer at an event like Gamescom. Maybe we see each other then. It was, oh my god.
Don't battle that!
Oh my god, it was my mistake.
Yeah, it's okay. That's gonna happen. But we did really well there, actually. So there. Yeah, forgive me. There was one other thing that I was going to talk about, and you can feel free to cut it, of course, if you don't want to talk about this. But was there another feature that you wanted to come to the game later that hasn't been discussed yet or hasn't been implemented, of course? And I think I know the answer, but again, just cut it if that's something we shouldn't reveal.
I love it. I love it. We can talk about it. I'm really free about this, because it's more like I consider making it. I don't promise something here, but I thought about, because I'm a gamer myself, so I really love to play games like this, and I think making a level editor would be a really cool feature for Pedal, when people can make their own maps here, and because we talked earlier about Happy Wheels before we started recording here, and I think Happy Wheels is a perfect example of a game that lives from the community, because people make cool levels and people play the levels that people made. And I think that, because I don't want to make 20 more levels, because the level here was pretty big already, I want to make a tool for people to make levels, you know, and I want to play your levels too, because as a developer we also love to play levels that people made, and I made a level editor before with Mackey's Adventure, so I know how to make it, but it's more like it's a bit more difficult, because my other game was 2D Mackey's Adventure, this one is 3D, so it's more like you have to think about more stuff and have like a 3D grid to navigate, but I think it's possible to make it, and I want to make this one, and I also want to make a 4-player mode too, because right now you can only play with 1 or 2 players, and my plan was to make a 4-player mode where 4 people sit in the same boat, and each player pushes a corner that he sits on with the pedal, you know. So this will be, oh my god.
I was telling you that I was already starting to do some vocal warm-ups for that, so you know, if I can keep voicing some paddle guys, you know that I've got some voices in my head. I told you I could voice anything. I was like, you know, I can voice, not that you would need this, but like a lobster underneath the sea in a box sneezing. Like, you know, I was like, I can do whatever you need, man.
Man, I'm honest. If the game goes well, then we can really live free with our ideas here. We can bring it all into the game, and we can go
go big.
yeah, we can make everything that we plan, because I think that your ideas could really help to make the voices and the game feel even better, you know. So
well, you know, I would love it. I would love to voice some more dumb paddle guys.
Okay, but I think we could wrap it up right here, because I think it's 25 minutes, so the perfect time for my side. if you have anything to share, I want to say one thing. Please follow Dr. Kendo on YouTube and on his socials. Maybe you want to give yourself a quick shout out here.
Well, that's very kind. I'll just go really fast. Yeah, it's Dr. Kendo Commentaries on YouTube is the channel. And so I will be, of course, playing this game, and I want to see what you guys do. If there is a level editor, it's just Dr. Kendo on Twitch. But yeah, again, very many props to you, and congratulations on the game. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm here to help you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't need a shout out because you are on my YouTube channel anyway, so I think... Yeah, follow the channel. I will make more devlogs soon in the future, and if this game will blow up, if this game goes big, then I will make more content here because I can spend more time making content. Because right now with university and stuff, I don't have time to cut and edit stuff professionally, so I will just make it more raw and uncut and just honest that the stuff that I am talking about. And you can see every misspell and every yeah, you can see
every error
in my voice. You can see it because I'm not an AI. I'm a real human talking to you.
Right.
It's not cut and edited, you know. But yeah,
yes.
Thank you for watching, and I leave the last word to you.
All right. Do you want to do like a hyper edit where you just jump to us doing like a victory sort of, like we can get to the point, we can focus here and you just cut to where we succeed so that they can see the level?
Maybe we are on the checkpoint. Let's get the checkpoint here. That's the perfect ending.
Yeah, let's get the checkpoint.
I don't want to spoil it too much, you know. I just want to show
exactly.
that the first checkpoint is possible. We made it.
We got it. And so I think it's just because you and I are talking about other things, you know, that sometimes we can't hit that checkpoint. It is doable, though. I want to ensure that the audience knows it's doable, it's difficult, but if you're talking about other things, obviously your brain is not focused on the task at hand. But yeah, so thank you so much again. It's truly an honor for me.
For me either. Man, I'm really happy to have you on board here because
thank you.
It's I think we will work on more projects in the future with indie racer game, with pedal, more content, you know. But let's first celebrate the release, and since the game is out now, let's just say we release the game, man.
Yes. Play it. All
Play
right.
it. You can get it for I think 3 to 4 euros and stuff like that with a launch discount. So play it if you want to support a single developer and a cool voice actor making a cool game. And
yes.
Yeah. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.